crypto clan, my Kuma Inu family, my Hina Inu army. We're in the building today, reporting live. We're going to talk about some things today. We got people that I've heard comments about, is the market dead? People are just posting videos. If you look at my video algorithm, I don't just post videos about Kuma, about the Hina. I update the people. This is reporting live. When I speak, the market moves. Okay? There was a quiet period. I wasn't gonna sit around and kick a dead horse. Just keep kicking them. That's what a lot of these guys do. People hit these channels, they don't really have any loyalty to any of these videos on these content creators. They're just bouncing around from thought to thought to thought to thought. I'm not really into that. Okay? Been there, done that. Okay? So this market is alive. It's breathing. And sometimes it's going to rest. That is life. So my couple weeks, month or so, that was my just reflection period about the market. It was nothing to keep kicking the same dead horse. I didn't expect the market to move after that long. So like, it takes a while for market sentiment to change. Okay? We look at Kuma Inu, all right? We're at 88. We're at the 88. Now if you're here for my first video, technically, you broke even. We entered at this position, okay? So we just seen the run of the Kuma and the pullback of the Kuma. That's just reality, all right? We seen it shoot up. We seen it go down. We predicted the first rise. We seen what it went through. And we got to look at where we're at now. We was here before this. We seen this. We came back. Market sentiment. We had the war. We have oil being sold, things of that nature. But which way is this market going? We had scare, bans, regulation, cons, thefts. This is new technology and so much going on in the world. It had to wait its turn to get the spotlight, like everything else. Okay, we look at that mass adoption here. Bitcoin. Look at Shiba Inu. I remember when Shiba Inu dropped. Look at this long consolidation. Long consolidation. Okay? So people get lost. It's May, June, July, August, September, October. 5 months of arrest before a ascension into people becoming millionaire Shibas. Okay? History has a tendency of repeating itself here, okay? We're looking at two brand new projects who move in the same correlation, in the same direction. They breathe and they move. One may be a little bit bigger than the other, but they move in the same patterns, give or take. So with that being said, we're with the market. I'm gonna go over some things here, okay? I like to report live. I don't want to keep reporting the same. I bring information to the people who want the information grouped up in a short bunch within a 15-minute frame of time, okay?
Release, and now the details of the actual executive order are out, and even you can remove it a lot. It's like when I delete a tweet, when I think better of something, someone's got it already. It's like too late. Once you've done it, you've done it. And I saw the executive not very specific, I don't think, about how you're going to do all that. Protect the environment.
We're going to go straight into it, people.
But not very specific, I don't think.
Now, I'm not going to play this whole video. We're not here for that. We're not a reposter streaming site. I like to get straight to it. People's attention span is short. We are using and spending time. How are you going to spend your time today? Time is also currency. Okay? So, basically, they're just going over the administration, how the executive order is just going to come to keep crypto safe. We're looking at the policing of crypto, which is well needed. Billions of dollars gone from thefts, rug pulls. So once this market is actually regulated, this is what regulation is going to do to this market. Once this market is regulated, the Kuma, the Hina, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, normal average day people will feel safe entering this market. These thefts and these rug pulls and these fake transactions and these the breaking into somebody's wallet, that makes the average investor who's just hearing something so brand new, that slows down mass adoption. So regulation will skyrocket this industry. Just point blank period. Look at mass adoption. We're looking at crypto going next to Cash App, going next to you got your Zella, you have your PayPal. That is where crypto will stand at that current period. They'll send it into me crypto. send it to me Cash App. You got Cash App? You got crypto? Or send me some Bitcoin. I don't like Bitcoin. Just send me Ethereum. And then you got these swaps. So that's how crypto will be. All of the names will be a simple brand, and the swaps will unify the crypto verse. Mass adoption. Now, technical analysis. Where will we go at with a technical analysis in this current market sentiment? Nowhere. This is about market sentiment. Okay? This is about the biggest fire sale in the history of the crypto space. The biggest fire sale we're in right now. Bitcoin fire sale. If it pushes back to the 37, those who could have entered, fire sale. So I was around Bitcoin. I remember Bitcoin was 18,000 at one point. This is when I first was really, getting in observance of crypto. Guys always pulling out his Bitcoin. I was like, no, it was 13,000. And guys, working at a liquor store, guys always pulling out his like, yeah, I got me a Bitcoin. I got me. And when I seen it at 65,000 one day, I've seen Litecoin, all of these. I'm talking 2-3 years ago. These coins were, they weren't where they were at. And once they run up, there's always going to be the sentiment with the people thinking, damn, when is this next ship taking off? They're going to sit there and wait. That is what creates stability to hold the prices. No matter how far these prices drop, rarely you ever see them go where they started at. Like right now, Kuma Inu is actually still, this 8 was 0, around a 0, early 8s. So you're still a couple fractions above where you started at. So you look at some people who cleaned and basically went inside after that. They got out of there. They just clocked off the shift, took the money, ran home. So that is what that was due to market sentiment. So during this next rise, people say, oh, all these channels, yeah, they're saying it's gonna go to the moon. If 100,000 people telling you it's about to rain and you want to be the only narcissist and say it's not, it's up to you. Just don't bring your umbrella outside. This next crypto bull run will move the market. Now, will every coin in this market move? Of course not. Will a coin, the chances of a coin just achieving the unthinkable and becoming the next Shiba Inu, that's not highly probable for all coins. But one thing for certain is that a fisher always returns to his fishing hole. So Kuma will regain the 60. It will break past the next 0 of death. It will kill a 0. Hina Inu, same thing, same situation. You see, people get caught up in when is this crypto going to become $1 million? This is not how it goes. You don't start from, I'm going to be poor and wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be a millionaire. Oh, that's not how life works. Okay? It doesn't. In order to become a millionaire, you must first be wealthy. You must lose the thought of trying to transition from being poor to wealthy. And once you're wealthy long enough, then you create a transition of being extremely wealthy, and then you create the transition of being a millionaire. Then once you become a millionaire, it's numbers are ladders, numbers are patterns. It's the same thing. People don't just, oh, I'm a millionaire overnight. It happens, but statistically speaking, you're at a disadvantage. That lotto winner, oh, I just came in Shiba Inu this time, and so when you enter these fields at such a young stage, we're looking at longevity. Okay, we're looking at the Hina Inu as far as the auto burn. We're looking at Kuma Inu as far as the support it already has, the fan base it already has. So once market sentiment flips and reverses, we're looking at a extreme 5x. You got your 100x. You got your possible 1000x. So when I put these types of numbers in these titles are realistic. I deal with facts and reality. So that is always where I'm at with that. So you're going to see crypto pump. Once this executive order is delivered, it's going to it's just like shocking the market. It's going to shock the market back into life. That's it. And once this inflation with gas, people are going to look away to store their money out. We're looking at things that's coming. Things are to come. People want to store their money and get out of the effects of the world. They're tired of their money getting affected by things that has nothing to do with. I worked my butt off. I made this money, 12-hour shifts. Oh, I got some tax. Now I got to get that taken. How are you getting your money taken? Okay, if you have $100, you come to my grocery store with $100. Okay, because this is understanding market sentiment. In order to understand market sentiment, you must understand life. If you come to my grocery store with $100, You buy a bunch of groceries. You leave out. You go home. That weekend you get paid again. You ate your food up, had a cookout, whatever. You come back to that grocery store with $100 exactly. Mind you, you came $100. You bought $100 worth of groceries. You partied, whatever. Groceries ran out. You came back to my grocery store, and the only difference is you got your same $100. But for everything in my grocery store, I doubled it. So if a bag of chips was $1, I turned it to $2. Did you still have $100 when you entered that grocery store? Yes, you did. But you did not have the same buying power, you fool. So cash and crypto is one and the same. And once people settle in on that, mass adoption will explode immediately. It's one and the same. See, people just don't understand crypto. Crypto and cash is one and the same. As your portfolio fluctuates, cash is doing the same thing, but they reversed it. It's a mind trick. They gave you the physical, and then they played with the environment, which in crypto we can call that the digital, the cryptoverse. Oh, my money's moving up and down. Oh, my money is down. Okay, right now, if gas doubles up, you have $50 in your pocket. So if you went to the gas station, you got $100 worth of gas, and you go the next weekend, it went from $3 a gallon to $6 a gallon. You spend that same $100. You only really technically spent $50, but you have $100 in your hands. So in your mind, this is still $100. Okay, so in my mind, this is still 100,000 coins. What is the difference? Oh, so your coins don't change. The dollar doesn't change, but the environment does with both situations. Uh, so this is why mass adoption will happen. This is why the explosion of crypto will happen. You see, brains and higher thinkers already have that analogy. I'm not the only one with that thought. It's just hard for the masses to absorb it because they live fast. It's a mind trick. Tomato, tomato. It's like a person coming from India, and just because they can't speak American, or they come from China, or they come from a foreign speaking country, just because they didn't speak a language doesn't mean they're not intelligent. You're just changing the labels of things. When you read a lot of legal and law work, the labels are different. So it confuses people. People get confused in names. And names is actually interchangeable. If you call tomatoes tomato, and I go to a whole nother region and they call tomatoes mato, and they just say mato, 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 it's the same, it's just a word thing. But if I come to America and I say mato, mato, people would probably bust out laughing. But if there was an area where they all said that? So if I didn't use that word, I wouldn't be able to thrive in the environment. So when you're looking at crypto, and if you don't understand buying power, like, wow, well, if I still have $100, I have $1,000 in my bank. Okay, well, everything in your country just double up. So do you have $1,000 in your bank? Yes. Do you have $1,000 worth of buying power? No. You see, that's the thing. Plausible deniability. Oh, the glass is half full, or is it half empty? So that's basically crypto, people, all right? So that is going to cause the mass adoption. This is why the government's acknowledge crypto. It's common sense. See, people didn't understand the aspect of crypto. What is it? Does it really exist? Does money really exist? People think crypto doesn't exist because it's fluctuating. No, crypto is the energy of money. It is showing you how money is when it's alive if you took away the physical. So we're using these physical things to represent things of energy, actions. For example, you go to work, you're getting paid for your time. How would you spend your time? Well, I'm gonna spend time at work because you only, time you don't get back. So you're given a certain amount of rewards for how much time you spend, and this is represented in money. So when you're dealing with crypto and you're dealing with money, there it truly is no difference if you put crypto and you say, forget the crypto, this are coins. Let's say coins. I have this many digital coins, you have this many $100. I have 100 digital coins, I have $100. Oh, the worth of this $100 in digital coins is only $30 right now because the market has crashed. Okay, well, right now the worth of this $100 in the real world with so much mass inflation is only $50 also. But we're stuck in the physical realm. People went outside of their brains when they stopped daydreaming. Once you become older, you mature, so everything's physical to you. You don't see nothing. Oh, I don't see this. I don't see that. Oh, he doesn't dress like this. They don't talk like this, so they can't be smart. They can't be, you're so caught in physical. You're stuck in appearances. You're stuck in this. You're stuck in the matrix. So my Kuma Inu and my Hina Inu family, as we continue to double down on the fire sale, we're not here to convince people or mislead people into. And once again, I'm not a financial advisor, nor offer any financial advice. We give you thoughts, ideas, types of plays I get, things I receive from the big Kuma. We're not here to persuade you in any way. We're just expressing and documenting our rise to the throne. That's really it. Google went through this. The internet went through this. All these things shall go through the same thing. Even when you go through something like, oh, I'm going to be a basketball player, a big piano player, maybe the next Bill Gates, Elon Musk, or the next big time rapper, singer, dancer, ballet, Olympus, the next big architect, the next whatever you aspire to be. When you start inspiring to be it, people will doubt you in so many ways. Most people don't even, oh no, everybody around me don't doubt me. No, you are not awake enough to catch the signs of doubt. Just like with the money, just like with the crypto. So we have to be more aware of life in its circles. Most people in crypto, they're going to give you 100 price analysis every second of this whole downtime. This is a downtime. The market is alive, so it's going to keep breathing. That's why I'll be lost on technical analysis. I'm going to give you all these charts. The market is alive. It's a reflection of the energies of what? Creation. They say crypto to you. It's like, well, what is cryptocurrencies? What applications do it have? The application is the representation of money. That is it. Now, I like this a little more. It doesn't matter. It's the application is the representation of money. Right now, they say gas is at $7 in California. At some points in history, gas was at $3.50. So my $100. If I go to the gas station for $100, for example, if I was getting 10 gallons of gas, now that inflation hit, I'm going to go to a gas station with that same $100 and get 5 gallons of gas. So that 5 gallons is going to represent $50, whether I want it to or not, but I still hold the $100. Same thing with crypto. Ooh, it's down 50. Whatever you was up. Say you was up 20,000 and you're down to 3,000. Right? You're having mine. It's the same thing in real life. You just never see it. So once you understand that, you don't get stressed out and you don't get lost, because that is the main application of what crypto has. It's a permanent representation of the structure in a real life chart of the energies of money. It is the biggest securer of wealth as far as stabilization in the future. Meaning when the pandemics hit, maybe when you're anywhere on earth, this is the next cash app. It's not going to take over money. No, it's going to complement money. That is it. So that is the purpose of these technologies. Now, I gave you crypto's application to money on the downside. Now, let me give it to you on the upside. This is the biggest screwer of your life right there. Now, on the upside, if, for example, you're at a store, you buy a bunch of stuff. I said you could just buy with $100. You come back, you only get half your stuff. Okay, great. Now, what if you at a store, you have $100. Now, in the process of that store, you leave that $100, you get $100 worth of groceries. But at the process of that store, you come back, and everything in the store is now half price. So you come back with $200 worth of groceries. So you came back with $200 worth of groceries, right? You're like, oh my gosh, stuff is so cheap right now. Oh my gosh, yeah. Then you might go to a price where prices is normal for a couple years. That's your bull runs. Oh, I got $200 worth of groceries. Oh, that is the energy of the bull run. So crypto is going to continue to mimic the real world for a very long time, no matter which type of crypto you're into and what the regulations has happened. I'm looking at just common sense. So let's go on a NCISC type of vibe with it. Whereas once the indictments land with these big crypto scammers and these rug pullers, where they're gonna, executive order. People are like, oh, they're so vague about the executive. That's why I don't want to get too deep into that video. Everybody have their opinion, but I don't think they were vague about the executive order. The minute they mention regulation, we know what type of structures of regulation do hit. Which also, once they say regulation, we're talking about law and order. That is the only regulation that crypto's obviously not missing. Obviously missing, pardon. So this is what we're dealing with factually. Okay, crypto is missing law and order. It's the wild, wild west right now. There's nothing wrong with this market. It's actually beautiful. It represents, the application of money. But with no law and order, it's the Wild Wild West. People are getting robbed, they're getting jacked. So we're looking at a digital world. Imagine America without the law before it. And everybody just has money now. Everybody's in Lamborghinis. So that's what crypto's going. That's why you see these big heists. They're heists. There's a digital heist going on. Rug pulls. Oh, I'm gonna help you pump your project up. I'm gonna get you on the manifest, and oh, I'm just gonna ignore this fact, and oh, I'm just gonna take 20,000. If you just never said nothing, like with regulation, these people can be penalized for these things. So you got to understand that there's a lot of money being stolen from this market, and the government knows it's like, okay, this market is going to exist. Look at all the money getting stolen. Wow, you know how much money is getting stolen? Well, if you put a force to stop that money, not only is that force going to be able to benefit as far as careers and jobs, and then you create regulation to a market that's brand new, thus attracting more investors, and we have thing, which you call is a thing. Okay, so once the regulation hit, that is law and order. That is striking down the major scammers, the conners, the frauders, the launderers, and things of that nature. That is what people want. That's the only thing that's missing with it. So that's the only thing great regulation can really entail. Common sense, ding, ding, ding. We need to. It's like having a bank with the vault open and people are coming here with the rug pull. Squid coin, look, it disappeared. Oh, like people probably lost 50,000. See, how many thousands and thousands of people was into that. So you got millions of dollars that was heisted. Think. So you got people getting rich as modern day digital bank robbers and consters and still holding reputations after that. People acting like they don't understand that they just got robbed. Well, he said he's going to do this for the manifest, but he changed his mind and he just took us off the label, but he did get 20,000 from a whale. I don't know if this is a New York, Florida, or a Yankee thing, but dude you got fucking robbed. He robbed you with a motherfucking digital Pac-Man gun, a Super Mario blaster. You got booked. He threw the book at you. That was it. He outthought you. And with this cryptoverse, there is no regulation, so it's that fraud. But the money's not real. It's always it's like he said, with the crypto, there's no regulation, so you need regulation, right? And with the regulation comes safety, that brings security, and that brings mass adoption. Credit cards have regulation. Internet has everything that wants to be legitimized must have regulation. People are scared of regulation. No, it must have regulation so it can grow and prosper. Because anything that's prosperous, you have people that might or want to use the energy to become prosperous themselves. So what's the first thing they do? They rob, they kill, they steal, they do this, they do that. So you have people of low moral character. They're not producers. It's like the kid that's not really that smart in school, but he's the biggest guy in school, so he bullies the geeks and gets all the answers, and he's looking so good his whole career in football. You have things and situations and circumstances like that do arise, where the brain is too big, but the muscle feels the weakness of the brain, and, pushes up on it, gets it scared, and, forces, So that's what. So sometimes the body can take over the brain. Sometimes the brain can die and the body can just thrive. So with that being said, let's keep that in mind. Regulation is a great thing. And these market right here, as far as Hina and specifically, we look at the overall, the max of Hina Inu, okay? But when you really look at the max of, that was Kuma Inu. We look at the max of Hina Inu. This just gives me this vitalic butyring situation, and I just have some type of vibes when it dropped, and I can see this thing. I can see this right becoming this. It's realistic, guys. I can see this, and it's easily, simply. I'm sorry. I'm in full. I can see this right here. You see this? I see this little thing. I see this becoming a little hump like this. I see the same representation here. That's the thing right here. For the end of the year, this is going to be this. It's going to look just like this because this became so great. You see right now in this chart, at one point, this was the biggest thing you see. This right here. If you look at this, it looked exactly like this. It looked so big, and people, I'm so down, I'm down. Like I was there. I brought in when it was down. It's a little reverse now because we came in at the top, and we just keep growing with the down though. But I came in the Shiba when it was down, and everybody that came in at that point were yelling, "The world is ending." But beyond me coming in when I was down, I never was down with it. So meaning my money never was down, so I didn't have the same stress and nostalgia. So when you look at projects like Hina Inu, once the people that come into this thing and invest, they're going to be stabilized holders for a while, and it's going to be the snowball. So you're looking at a snowball effect here. When it drops low and people they were looking at the snowball effect. Once the right marketing, the right eyes get on this project, the snowball effect powers up. And you got people that's holding, you got the people that's gonna enter and they're gonna hold because they have no stress. They're not stressed out like the people up here. That's why you can see it keep getting pulled back. Because the more stress hits from the people that are already up here, they're getting stressed. Oh, I lost money, I'm down, oh, my portfolio's in the negative. Told you mine's a money trick. Mine's money trick, minds. You know, guys, the whales, they do splash and play with these things. They play with these markets. You think the guys that took it all the way here, you think they disappeared anywhere? No. They got an eye on it. They check on it, waiting for the right time. And once they strike, they feel one whale strike, splash, they jump in. It's a frenzy. It takes 3 whales to move a market. 2 whales. Once these guys come in with this big money, and everybody see that money move, they're gonna follow behind it. They can see 2, 3 good whales or cause a whole fucking ocean of whales to move. So that's what I'm looking at with this. So we're looking at the snowball effect, the pressure of people seeing this. Oh, I'm coming in this. Now they got holding power because they're not in the negative like all the goofies that came up there, and they continue to pile up. And we're looking at an ascension. And I do correctly predict this thing becoming this. This is gonna be a hump in the past. And Hina Inu will go to the moon. Kuma Clan is going to the moon. And that's really pretty much sums it up. Now you're going to have your guys, oh, everybody's saying that. I understand that. What I'm saying is this. See, everybody's saying this. Oh, crypto is the future. Crypto is going. I'm saying this. If crypto doesn't even go nowhere in the next couple years, you'll see Bitcoin hit 100,000, cap off around there forever. Let's say if it did, that is the least minimal type of energy we're dealing with. Now, when I say Hina Inu is going to the moon, it's going to make this hump look small. This hump is at 50. I'm talking about knocking down to 0, jumping to a 10, and then crushing back to the middle of a next note. These types of energies. Now, could it Shiba Inu to the moon? Anything's a possibility. But I deal with realistic. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I offer financial advice to give you thoughts, ideas, things I receive from the universe, the big Kumas, and the Inus. But is this thing just giving you 1,000,000,000%? No, this is not realistic. When I say 1,000%, you got to look at where we're at with market caps and things of that nature. I'm not predicting 10,000% this thing is going to the moon with all these other cryptos. You go on Bitcoin, you go to Shiba Inu, oh, it's going to the freaking moon. Oh, Shiba Inu, you're gonna be the next. And I'm looking at it like, whoa, okay, market cap, 100,000 million, $12 billion market cap. Look at the percentages up over a freaking year ago. Wake up. Wake up. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in Bitcoin going crazy parabolic either. Okay? I deal with market caps. I deal with reality. I break it down simply. We're not going to play the games. Market cap. 100,000 million billion. Now we want Bitcoin right now to hit 100,000 at 40. We're into the trillions. Once it breaks the trillions, it has basically had enough support to it is part of the globe now. Okay, once it breaks the trillions, that means that the snowball effect is now conscious on the globe itself. Meaning it's big enough where now we're looking at guaranteed mass adoption. So once Bitcoin makes that, I'm gonna say if. Actually, I can't even say that. It can make that move to $2 trillion. The possibilities will be endless. So my true analysis on Bitcoin is just question marks. Because would that be, how deep would this mass adoption be with that? So that's what we could look at. With returns in digital gold, and we can definitely sit on $2 trillion market cap, things of that nature. But that's how liked and how regulated it comes, and how much people interact with the regulations. Regulations is nothing but law and order. When you're dealing with this crypto sphere, it's missing nothing else besides all the robberies and things that's going on. So that's where we're at with that. Now, when we say Hina Inu, oh my God, he said Hina Inu, it's like, look, come on, dude. Market cap. It's not even popping up. Do we understand what's going on here? These things are not even registered. Of course, you could get on Etherscan and things of that nature. But the whole point of what we're dealing with, diluted market cap, $4.93 million. Okay, see how fast I pulled that up. What we're dealing with is, if you're looking at $4.93 million, and you're looking at, for example, 4 times 10, That's $40 million. Okay, if you're looking at 4 times 100, it said 4.9. We round it off to 5 million. So we're looking at 5 million times 100. You have 500 million. That's it. You're not even at $1 billion now. So that's 500%. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That means the market cap done 100x. That is 100x. Okay, are we in agreements with the? Okay, so I deal with reality when I give these analysis, and I'm not doing no freaking video in defense of any crypto. I'm a businessman. I'm saying it's gonna rain, and this is Noah's Ark. Whoever in on the ship, who cares? And I'm gonna document this, because then, with that being said, I continue to develop off of that. When I rung the bell first, and they thought it was, I love that. I love that. Come on, put comment again. Come on. I'm gonna double down some more. And that's just it. So when we're looking at, they're saying the market, say 500, either 5 million times 100 is 500 million. That's 100x. And then we do that. You go with 200x. We have to look at reality. Is what I'm saying. Okay, 100x is reality. Thousands of percent up is reality, and that's it. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just keep you up there. I'm not going to keep you out too long tonight. I have to work tomorrow and stuff of that nature. We will document this, and after the run, we'll start reporting live. We're setting up the Hina Inu station, the Kuma Inu broadcasting station. We'll be broadcasting, going over the crypto sphere, the Hina Inu and the Kuma Inu reporting live. We'll sponsor other projects down the line after we are solidified on the first two, and we already everybody with this channel is going to be rich. We're going to be the millionaires all over the world. Oh my God, this guy made me rich. And that's just where we'll be at. We'll go from there live, and we'll talk about it. But we're not going to be repetitive over it and kick and beat a dead horse. We did extend this a little bit for the night because we're not broadcasting 5 times a week over the same thing. It's not, this is documentation, digital documentation. It's an experiment of, I'm predicting the rain. And that's it. And I'm going to put my energy right where my mouth is. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Because if I'm predicting the rain, I should have all the water in my bucket. So if I'm predicting the Hina Inu and I'm on here screaming hello and so I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not giving you financial advice, then we should understand if it rains and I don't have no water in my bucket, I didn't even believe in myself. So that's it. And at the end of the day, we're just going to watch the ascension. Okay? So we're going to report you some great information I got, which would actually extend this longer, but, I haven't talked to you in a while, so we just went down memory lane and just basically got it off. But we're going to go over some very important information as far as the crypto sphere, where it's going at, what countries are adopted, and exactly where we're out on a point. And I'm going to give you pinpoint accuracy prediction on when this thing will be fully adopted globally. Honestly, it's going to be globally, yeah. And where will the mass consolidation be at? Because people tell you about consolidation, they give you all short-term things. We're talking about mass consolidation. So if you're tuning into this thing and you're 30 years old, I'm talking about 20 years from now, 15 years from now, where you're looking at something that's going to be 20,000x, shit like that. And this is going to be mass consolidation, because I don't believe that crypto is just going to go up for the rest of its life. That makes no sense. See, that's what's going on with people. It's the dot-com bubble, the Google investors. You're into something when it first started. You're not, you see, if you want to get your money, you can get your little $1-2 and run off. And what I'm saying is this whole crypto market will get hit with mass consolidation. It's not going to run up for the next 60 years, the next whole decade. It's going to keep going up. Oh, I'm 100 trillion, 100 quad. That's not even the U.S. economy is not even doing it. Even the world's is not even doing it. It's just not going up some astronomical numbers. It's going to have mass consolidation with all these cryptos. And then once these certain cryptos all hit mass consolidation, that's when the die-off begins. Okay, this is when the die-off begins of all of the weakest cryptos that will fall off. Because once there's mass consolidation, people are not going to move their money. They're not going to move their money unless global news breaks and creates panics and it gets a sell off. So you'll see that, but it's going to be a cap of mass consolidation. Meaning if it hits 100,000, you get some bad news, just like the stock market. It might bounce down to 80,000 and shoot back up to 102,000 when it gets good. But it's gonna have a range of mass consolidation. The whole market. All right. So with that being said, enjoy